On their way, and a very nice break near the inside, Fashionably Fab, showing speed Collect at 45.70, and up the inside is Seattle Causeway. They're going pretty fast. A length away, Tito's Calling, and on the outside is Me and My Shadow, Great Kate the centre, and 2.5 to Bedazzle Me is last. Will have some speed to target today. On the rails, Seattle Causeway threading up to join, Fashionably Fab. Racing in third placing is Collect at, trying to settle is 45.70 on the outside, and up the rails, Tito's Calling. Then Great Kate, Me and My Shadow, and tucked away is Bedazzle Me. Seattle Causeway head on the chest by a length to Fashionably Fab, poised nicely in second as they slacken the pace just a little bit. A length and a half, 45.70, caught wide around the outside. Over on the rails, pushing up is Tito's Calling, Collect Dat in the centre. And then Great Kate and Me and My Shadow the widest. On the inside is Bedazzle Me. Racing truly in front, Seattle Causeway clicks into top gear and raced out to a 2.5 length lead. Fashionably Fab second. Racing third is on the inside, Tito's Calling. 45.70 the outer. Only one off the rail now. A length to Collect that, then Me and My Shadow, Bedazzle Me on the inside, trying to sneak some ground. Great Kate is at the back, running right away from them here. It is Seattle Causeway by 4 lengths to Fashionably Fab. They're getting bustled up in behind, trying to run home. 45.70, Me and My Shadow. Tito's Calling's the inside, but giving them something to chase here. Leo Sullis and Seattle Causeway by 3 lengths. Here's Me and My Shadow right around the outside. Tito's Calling the centre. They're coming now, and look at Me and My Shadow range up, and Fashionably Fab the centre. Join and take over from Seattle Causeway. Then Tito's Calling and Bedazzle Me. Me and My Shadow in front. Fashionably Fab battling away with Seattle Causeway, but Me and My Shadow clearing off. And Emma Jane Wilson wins the Bison City impressively, 3.5 lengths. Me and My Shadow defeating Tito's Calling, Fashionably Fab, Seattle Causeway, and 45.70 and Bedazzle Me headed the others. 1:44.30.
Me and My Shadow capturing the Bison City Stakes here with Emma Jane Wilson for trainer Mark Cassie. First things first, your third victory in the stakes. What is it about you with these special fillies?
Oh, I don't know. I just think good racehorses, you get to know them and they come around. I mean, this filly, I've been riding her since she was 2 and she's really developed. I mean, we got a little bit of an unlucky trip in the Oaks from the 14 hole, and she still ran a massive race that day. So, I mean, she seems to really be putting it all together, and you could see that today. I mean, her acceleration through the turn was pretty epic, and when we straightened on and she dug in some more, it was it was all over.
Late scratch at the gate of Delphia, obviously had to reload, and I was kind of looking at your horse and I was looking, she seemed to be pretty calm and well behaved. Would you share that same type of sentiment before?
Absolutely. Actually, Tyrese, who works for Mark in the morning, he had Shadow. He knows her well, and he was talking to her and he was saying how, wow, with all that, commotion, she still held her composure really well, and that's definitely a sign of a good horse, where they can take the adversity, something like that can shake some up, and sometimes they can maintain their composure, and she maintained her composure, didn't let it get her upset, and she had her game face on for when the doors flew.
One more quick question. Seattle Causeway got away with a pretty sizable lead early on, but they were going some honest fractions. You seem to never be hurried, never in doubt. Was that the way the race panned out for you? Were you a little bit worried at one point?
I was. My biggest thing was what the pace was going to look like early, and there was a couple horses that some stalking speed, and Seattle Causeway was a bit of a wild card in there, and I thought, if she got away clean, it would be decent enough fractions. I mean, Patrick was letting Fashionably Fab, just coast along, so I knew it would be honest enough, and I was in range where I wanted to be and tucked in behind, Happy, and that was the key for her. So, like I said, last time in the Oaks, I actually had to let her run away from there a little bit just to get a bit better of a position, so I had to use her a little, and I think that took the kick out of her last time as much as anything. So, today was a chance to get her into my hands and in behind an honest enough pace, and she built for me and ran to the wire strong.
Nice ride. Another nice effort out of your filly.
Cheers. Thank you.
Thanks so much. Once again, it's Emma Jane Wilson capturing the Bison City with Me and My Shadow for trainer Mark Cassie.